Welcome, gamers of all ages. I'm Kristen, I'm your storyteller, and welcome to another episode of E for Everyone. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite PlayStation 2 games of all time, Indigo Prophecy, aka Fahrenheit, known in other countries. Indigo Prophecy was created in 2005 by a company called Quantic Dream. This was the very first game that I pre-ordered in my entire life. I saved up my money for this game. I read about it in a Game Informer magazine, yes, a real magazine, and I didn't know I needed it until then. Never before have I played a game like this where every decision that you make has a consequence on the story. The director of this game, David Cage, got real fancy and he put himself in the tutorial.
My name is David Cage. I'm the writer and director of Fahrenheit. I just thought there's a few things you should know before you get started.
I don't know. It's definitely weird and a little narcissistic, if you ask me.
I'm awesome. No, you're not, dude. Don't lie. I'm awesome.
In 2005, the world was quite different. I was quite the model in 2005. I mean, look at this. 2005 pop culture time. Movies like The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl came out. Madagascar and everyone's least favorite movie of Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. I love Star Wars! Gwen Stefani taught the world how to spell bananas correctly. Toys that were popular around this time included the Crazy Frog plushies, Bratz Rock Angels, and the Roboraptor. They re-released the Furby. Ugh, that toy always freaked me out. This story involves paranormal and death. Hopefully it's not too scary. Puppy, roll the clips. A man goes into a diner and comes out a murderer. Something or someone takes over his body, causing him to stab an innocent man in the bathroom. Flashbacks haunt his mind as if an evil spirit were inside of him. He does his best to hide the murder that prevails in the diner and leaves. He's sick with fear and can't explain what came over him. Lucas Kane's life was changed.
Forever.
Nobody goes anywhere. A crime has just been committed.
A police officer in the diner finds the body and calls in the detectives. Carla and Tyler look over the scene and piece together the evidence they have.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
He wasn't killed in the stall. The killer dragged the body in to hide it.
The waitress is understandably upset. I mean, like, she's in her 40s and she's still working at a diner. I'd be upset too. Lucas wakes up in his home and finds wounds on his arms and bandages them up. Everything was real. It wasn't a dream. Even more distressed as there is a meter tracking his mental state. He keeps seeing visions. I mean, can you imagine a real-life mental state that's constantly being tracked? Oh, I got bad grades. Oh, but I made good choices. Yeah. He gets in touch with his brother Marcus, who's a priest. Can he find his way? Can he stop the insanity?
Maybe you should go and tell your story to the police, Lucas. Turn yourself in.
Lucas can't even fathom the idea of being locked up for a crime he unwillingly committed. Look at that word, it's the word of the day. Fathom. To understand, a difficult problem after much thought. Lucas's drive to find out what happened to him overwhelms the guilt from the murder. After his talk with Marcus, Lucas realizes he can see visions of the future. He sees a small child fall into the frozen lake. Feeling overwhelmingly guilty, he jumps in and saves the boy immediately. The two cops on patrol see him save the boy. One of them is from the diner.
The cop recognized me. We both knew it. It's hard to say why he didn't turn me in. Maybe he decided I was even. I had taken a life and given one back.
Lucas goes to a woman named Agatha to try to find out what happened. She puts him in a trance, and his memories are showing a man who speaks in tongues.
You know who that man was, don't you, Agatha?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure who he is.
Yes, you do know who he is. You understood it all as soon as you felt the scars on my arms.
Meanwhile, Carla and Tyler are trying to find Lucas. They work tirelessly, making composite sketches of the suspect, analyzing DNA, and finding clues. They realize that the bookmark from the book Lucas left at his table is from the bank he works at. Can we take a moment to acknowledge the fax machine? It's technology at its finest. Lucas's visions keep getting worse as his mental state falls apart. And look at this dude, still going to work despite almost dying. E4 everyone tip! If your mental state is falling apart, maybe you shouldn't go to work. Carla visits the bank and questions Lucas.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
She knows it's him. Now she needs evidence. Yep, real investigations need evidence. This game is so realistic! Carla needs more information on similar cases to Lucas's, but the Kirsten cases are classified.
You should drop this one, Detective. This is not just a murder case. There's something very odd going on behind the scenes.
She goes into the classified library to find the paperwork that's not digital, and we learn she has claustrophobia. Let's let Carla Valenti explain this to you guys.
As far back as I can remember, I've been frightened by small spaces. Whenever I'm in a small, confined place, I start to panic. I have trouble breathing, and I need to get out right away. Yeah, you've heard the name. Claustrophobia.
The older I get, the more I realize these kind of things scare me. Like being trapped in an elevator shoulder to shoulder, holding all your bags with your friends, not being able to breathe. So Carla has to conquer her fears to get the Kirsten files to learn more about the case. Lucas goes to Agatha's again to find answers, just to find out she's dead. With evidence in hand, Carla and Tyler head to Lucas's apartment. In a panic, Lucas sees a vision of them at his apartment and runs away from the police. Look at that, he's like Neo from The Matrix. I mean, this game is totally inspired by The Matrix. I love myself some beautiful and intense cinematography. Whoa! Lucas seeks shelter at the church and hopes his priest brother can help him. But instead, he sees visions of Agatha and gets attacked by angels. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Lucas is now a fugitive. He needs time to find out what's really happening to him. So he goes to his ex-girlfriend's house? Who hides at their ex-girlfriend's house? What a terrible spot to hide. Oh look, they're looking for him at his ex-girlfriend's house. Good going, Lucas.
And for an expert's point of view on the subject, we have with us today one of the most renowned specialists on Mayan civilization, Professor Dmitry Kuryakin.
He goes to the museum posing as a reporter looking for answers. Lucas is being controlled by an oracle who is looking for a child of pure innocence called the Indigo Child. That seems about right. But the oracle, he's a smart dude. He knows Lucas still has feelings for his ex-bae. That's what we call girlfriends now, right, bae? Hey, she my bae. I don't know, I learned it from a rap song. Then, the oracle calls Lucas to tell him he kidnapped Tiffany. So he kidnaps her and puts her at the top of a roller coaster, and well, it doesn't really work out for Lucas.
You got a lot of guts, Mr. Kane, to call my office and ask for a meeting when every cop in the country is hot on your trail.
Lucas decides to meet up with Carla and tells her everything. Why he trusts the detectives that are looking for him is beyond me, but it works. He convinces Carla to help him. Carla is more concerned with saving the world from the Mayan prophecy, well then, arresting Lucas. Good for her. So it's time to grab the Indigo Child. Luckily, Lucas has visions of her location. He runs into an orphanage and saves her.
I've seen you in my dreams. You have to come with me. We have to leave here right now.
But barely. Another Matrix fight scene ensues.
Here she is. Please, take care of her.
Perfect. It's a trap! You are no longer necessary. Fool.
Lucas, you lost the girl. After all that! Ugh. Lucas. They meet up with the Orange Society, run by homeless people? They apparently know all about the Oracle and the end of the world, so they help Carla and Lucas by letting them rest in a train car? Okay. Well, Lucas has another vision that shows him where the Indigo Child is, and Carla and him race over there in a snowstorm. Then a bunch of weird stuff happens, like this thing! And this thing!
What an ironic destiny.
What are you doing, Lucas? You've got to wake up! They're manipulating you! Lucas, wake up!
But then we save the child and everyone is happy! Yeah, even though I think Lucas died? Right? I mean, why is his hair a different color? Why is he so cold all the time?
What happened at the amusement park? I don't remember anything after the roller coaster collapsed.
You didn't survive the fall.
Doesn't matter. Happy ending.
What are you thinking about, Lucas?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all.
Happy ending party time! And then everyone lived happily ever after. The end? Hey guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of E for Everyone. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. I really appreciate it. So if you like it, give it a thumbs up, tell your friends about it, and then we'll dance on to the next scene. It will be fun. Yeah, it will. Boom.